Are you ready for a captivating expedition into the world of global energy dynamics? Brace yourself as we uncover the seismic shifts occurring in the oil industry, where powerful forces are making historic decisions that could redefine the landscape. Just like the staggering statistics that reveal the financial stress faced by many, the realm of oil exports is not without its intense pressures and uncertainties. Today, we embark on a thrilling exploration of Saudi Arabia and Russia, two major players as they join hands with OPEC to implement a momentous 2 million barrels per day production cut. As the numbers soar, so do the stakes, sending shockwaves through the global economy. With every twist and turn, we'll uncover the geopolitical intricacies and political repercussions that accompany these decisive actions. As the financial world watches closely, we'll explore the driving forces behind this bold move and its ramifications on a global scale. Hi, and welcome back to another video of Finance Sense, where we cover all the latest trends in the financial markets and the economy. Before we start, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and click on the notification bell to stay updated with our videos. The decision to implement substantial cuts in oil production by Saudi Arabia and Russia, along with the support of OPEC and Russia, marks a significant turning point in the global oil export arena. The alliance's plan to reduce daily output by 2 million barrels starting in November shows their determination to address the challenges posed by the economic slowdown and potential interest rate hikes by the U.S. Federal Reserve. The meeting, held exclusively in Vienna, indicates the seriousness with which these major oil-producing nations are approaching the issue. The conference's location is a historical nod to OPEC's long-standing role in shaping the oil market. By collaborating with Russia, another major player in the industry, they are presenting a united front to stabilize oil prices and bring back confidence in the market. The recent slide in oil prices, from $120 to $90 within 3 months, has raised global concerns about the state of the economy, especially in light of the potential economic downturn, rising U.S. interest rates, and the surge of the U.S. dollar. These factors can significantly impact the demand for oil and lead to further volatility in the energy market. Thus, the decision to cut production is a strategic move aimed at countering these challenges and bringing stability to the industry. It's important to note that the exact nature of the cuts is not entirely clear from the announcement. There are questions about whether additional reductions from countries like Saudi Arabia will be involved, or if they will focus solely on existing production levels. The details surrounding the implementation of the cuts and the distribution of the production cuts among the participating countries will likely be a crucial point of discussion in the coming weeks. However, in response to the cuts, Brent crude experienced a 0.38% surge, reaching a favorable $92.15 per barrel. Similarly, the U.S. West Texas Intermediate didn't lag behind, registering a 0.29% climb to $86.77 per barrel. Following the meeting, Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman, the energy minister of Saudi Arabia, expressed that the alliance's primary objective is to achieve a stable and sustainable oil market. However, some analysts warn that such measures might exacerbate the already surging global price increases, further complicating the world economy. The rationale behind these decisions seems to stem from a mix of political and international considerations rather than the typical market factors. The current oil prices are believed to be heavily influenced by geopolitical events, prompting worries about higher interest rates and inflation, which could impact oil demand in the coming months. Ensuring the stability of the oil market in the short term requires carefully calculated and intelligent decision-making. Furthermore, the decision by OPEC and its members to revise their meeting schedule to convene every 2 months has drawn both praise and criticism from various quarters. Proponents of the move argue that the more frequent gatherings will enable OPEC Plus to respond more swiftly to changing market conditions, thereby maintaining stability and preventing price volatility. This decision is seen as a proactive measure to tackle the ongoing challenges in the global energy market. On the other hand, critics, including the U.S. government under President Joe Biden, view this decision as an impediment to addressing the current oil crisis. with increasing oil prices and supply constraints affecting various economies. Some argue that OPEC Plus should consider easing production cuts to alleviate the burden on oil importing nations. As a major oil consumer, the US has been particularly vocal in expressing its disappointment with OPEC Plus's stance. President Biden's characterization of the decision as short-sighted indicates the level of concern within the US administration about the impact of ongoing supply restrictions on the domestic and global economy. Biden's advisors, Jake Sullivan and Brian Deese, further emphasized the difficulties faced by nations dealing with high energy prices, particularly in the aftermath of geopolitical tensions such as the Russia-Ukraine war. The situation has highlighted the delicate balance between the interests of oil exporting countries seeking to stabilize prices and those of oil importing nations struggling with inflationary pressures and energy demands. The clash of interests has brought to the forefront the complexities of managing the global energy landscape, especially in times of geopolitical uncertainty and economic challenges. Furthermore, conversations concerning a mysterious OPEC bill have implied further complexity in the existing scenario. JP Morgan, a significant participant in the market, foresees the likelihood of Washington reacting to OPEC's decisions by releasing additional oil reserves as a countermeasure, hinting at the potential for additional responses and actions in reaction to the evolving landscape of the oil market. As the head of news for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa at S&P Global Commodity Insights, the prevailing circumstances prompted Andy Critchlow to issue a firm cautionary message to OPEC+. He outlined the intricacy of their choices, highlighting the substantial hazards in an exceptionally uncertain geopolitical landscape. This compelling portrayal brings attention to the potential outcomes and implications of the existing state, urging all involved parties to proceed with prudence and attentiveness. The valuable insights shared by JP Morgan and Andy Critchlow significantly contribute to the ongoing exchange of ideas concerning OPEC's actions, illuminating the probable obstacles faced by stakeholders. It further underscores the need for meticulous deliberation and well-considered decision-making amidst these multifaceted and rapidly shifting conditions. Now, Saudi Arabia and its OPEC Plus partners have a primary objective beyond merely maximizing profits in the oil industry. Their primary focus is on maintaining stability and avoiding significant market fluctuations. The UAE Energy Minister Suhail Al-Mazroui has emphasized that the decision-making process is rooted in technical considerations, disassociating it from political motivations. The current situation comes at a critical time for the global oil market, particularly regarding the efforts of European countries to reduce their reliance on Russian energy exports in the aftermath of the Russia-Ukraine war. A report from the King Abdullah Petroleum Studies and Research Center warns that effective sanctions on Russia could create challenges in finding alternative energy sources. While the US and Canada have managed to adapt, European countries face substantial hurdles due to their heavy dependence on Moscow to meet their energy needs. As geopolitical events continue to evolve, prudent decision-making and careful consideration remain imperative for all stakeholders involved. It would appear that this video has come to an end. Thank you for watching this far. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give it a like, and comment below with your thoughts on what you've seen so far. This is Finance Sense, here to help you stay updated on all the most recent developments in the world's economies and financial markets. Have a nice day, and we'll see you in the next video.